Verbs are among those variable words we saw in the intro to this series. Each verb has a stem and a range of endings. We'll dig into the components of those endings at the end of this video. The feature known as person gives away the conversational distance of the actor from the speaker. I am the first person, you are the second person, and somebody else, he, she, or it, is the third person. Latin verbs had different endings for these three persons. Amo, amas, amat. You didn't even need a pronoun with the verb in Latin, just these endings. Romance verbs work the same way. Vulgar Latin canto, cantas, cantat, much like Catalan cantu, cantus, canta, and Italian canto, canti, canta. Of course, you can include the subject, perhaps for emphasis. Ego canto, tu cantas. Yo canto, tu cantus. Io canto, tu canti. Certain languages, in or not far from France, the only major one being French, require a subject, but this is an innovation. French, je chante, and not just chante for I sing. The modern languages also developed polite second-person forms. Cantas addresses you informally, but to be polite, languages like Portuguese, Spanish, and Italian co-opt cantat. Other languages like French and Romanian use plural forms for the same purpose. First, second, and third-person forms also exist in the plural. Amamus, amatis, amant. Vulgar Latin verbs have unique endings for these too. Cantamus, cantatis, cantant. French, Romansh, Emiliano Romagnolo, and a few other languages still require pronouns. Politeness matters in the plural too. To address a group of people politely, some languages use cantant. French, Romansh, and Romanian use the second-person plural verb to address one of you politely, or a group of you in any way. Cantats. But the same isn't true of Spanish cantáis, which is only an informal way of saying all of you sing. Bring back those nouns from last time. Third-person endings are the ones to use with them. Singular with singular nouns, plurals with plural nouns. So, ilulupu cantat, or ililupi cantant, or maybe with a more fitting noun, ilu homine cantat, ilos homines cantant. Verbs like amas and cantas have a content part, the stem, and a range of possible endings. The stem doesn't stand alone, unlike in English. Cant needs an ending to be a usable word. Verb endings come in pieces. The first piece is the conjugation, which is the grammatical group of verbs that a verb belongs to. These come in four flavors: a, e, I, and what was originally a nothing vowel. These are numbered first conjugation, second conjugation, third, and fourth. The verbs you've seen so far are of the a flavor, the first conjugation. These vowels in each conjugation are the verb's theme, called its thematic vowel. So canta has a stem meaning sing and a thematic a. But it's not ready yet. We need person and number endings, which you've already learned. We build cantas for you sing. Compare that to fourth conjugation fin, which is a stem with a thematic I. So finis means you finish. Vid means see and has a thematic e, so vides. Cantas, you sing. Cantat, he or she sings. Now, what do you think the word for she sees was in Vulgar Latin? Cantamus, cantant. So what's we see? What about they see? If you want to cite the verb conceptually, but don't plan to name the subject, Romance has an ending for that. It's the infinitive, re. Amare, cantare, videre, finire. I know I've been skipping that third conjugation with the zero thematic vowel. In classical and vulgar Latin, these often show up with an unstressed e, like dicere. Unlike all the other infinitives, the emphasis is on the stem, not on the thematic vowel. So it's dicere, not dicere. This robust system gets modified in many languages. For instance, Iberian languages merge that odd third conjugation into the second or to the fourth. The 4 conjugations and 6-person numbers are key components of the Romance verb system. We'll begin layering tenses, aspects, and moods onto these components.